I'm Cam.
And I'm Josh.
I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Kobe.
Today in our video, we are going to be talking about relating to an audience when speaking in public. Some ways we will talk about are relating culturally, by age or education, and keeping the interest level of your audience. Today in our video, we're going to be talking about relating to the audience when speaking in public. Some ways we will talk about are relating culturally, by age or education, and the interest level of your audience.
First, we're going to be talking about relating to different cultures and how you can tailor your speech to the audience. That is different from your own upbringing and maybe even different language.
So our friend Josh here is from England, and even though we speak the same language, we use some words differently. So, for example, if he were to say,
I fancied a King Lear, so I nipped down the apple and pears, grabbed me dog and bone, and went to the Jack Tar.
Cameron, Kobe, and me would have no idea what he was saying. So if Josh knows that he's speaking to an audience that is American English speakers, he should try and make sure that he uses words that we would understand, and especially words that are not offensive.
A few ways you can avoid this is to make sure that you have spoken to people who come from a similar culture or region. Also, doing your research on this topic will help you tremendously, as you might not say something that offends people.
Another thing that you need to consider when trying to relate to your audience is using appropriate vocabulary for the age and education level of your audience. For example, if you're speaking to older people, you wouldn't use terms or phrases such as lit or goat. When speaking to younger people, you wouldn't use big words such as communicate. An example of that would be if you're telling a young audience to communicate with their parents, they will look at you like, what? But instead of using the word communicate, you can tell them, hey, you can talk to your parents about such and such, and that's how you relate to your audience.
Last, we're going to talk about how to stay on topic and how to keep your speech interesting to your target audience. So if I were asked to speak at a car convention, I would not start my speech like this. So today I'm going to inform you about the 5 health foods doctors say you should start eating today. No. You need to make sure that your audience will have some sort of interest level in what you're speaking about, especially if it is a specific event or setting, like a conference or a work meeting. Another thing to keep in mind is to not start ranting about things that are unrelated to the topic you choose to talk about, because it can easily turn too personal and you'll lose the interest of the audience if they can't relate to what you start talking about on the side. So to avoid this, make sure you plan on what you're going to say and stick to what your audience is there to listen to you for.
So now that we have talked about relating to different cultures, knowing and using appropriate language for your audience, and knowing the interest level of your audience, you all should better know how to relate to your audience.
Okay. Thank you for watching our video. We hope that you learned something about relating to your audience in public speaking.